Greetings, I'm Stephanie Briggs, the creator of Heart Blossom, where I offer soul guidance to a global community of healers, artists, and heart-centered visionaries. This is your moon message for the new moon in Taurus, April 22nd, 2020, and that is exact at 10:26 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Wow, so I am back. I have been away from the moon messages for about a month as I have been hosting the Embracing Your Earth Journey online speaker series that just wrapped up a few days ago. And it has been an amazing experience. Some really powerful and illuminating conversations about how we can really be more fully who we are in these times of great change and crisis here on planet Earth. And so I'm feeling actually really inspired, although there's a lot that's going on, obviously, with the COVID-19 pandemic and the economic and political and every level of our experience is being impacted by this. And so first, I just want to say that if you're struggling right now, if you're going through hard times, you're in my heart, and I hope that things get better for you. I hope that you're able to receive the support and the resources that you need to be well and thriving. I know that a lot of folks are going without right now, and so that can be really hard. So I don't want to gloss over that at all. And also, I feel excited in my heart for what's possible now. As I look at the astrology, it's all right in there. This new moon is again at 3 degrees of Taurus. So this is the moon and the sun are conjunct. And so this is like a new beginning, or at least it is a fertile soil where we can plant seeds that we would like to grow. And of course, those seeds, when we plant them, that's not the end of our work. We then have to continue tending to the soil as the plant begins to grow, as it comes out of the dirt. We have to continue tending to it, watering it, make sure it has the light it needs and that it's protected and safe. And so, yeah, there's work to be done right now. And also, we have the opportunity in this time to really bring a new consciousness into everything that we do in our lives, and in particular, everything having to do with money and resources and values and exchange. And of course, this is Earth Day. And so what a fitting day to have this new moon in Taurus, Taurus being an earth sign that's associated with spring in the Northern Hemisphere. It's when everything is really starting to bloom. Spring is really here. And as I'm speaking to you, I'm looking out my window and I can see the little green buds on the tree out there and some beautiful spring blossoms. And hopefully you can also get outside and find some time to connect with Earth and just be really present in your body. A lot of us are spending even more time on devices than we were, and devices are, what allows us to communicate with people we care about. Right now, I'm speaking to you through a device and I care about you. That's why I'm making this message for you. And also, being on looking at screens all the time, sitting down all the time, can really take a toll on our bodies. So this is a great time to, if you haven't already, to reestablish some kind of daily practice, or just space and time for yourself to do something that would feel good for you and your body. Whether that's taking a walk outside, whether that's putting on some music you like and dancing in your room. You can put headphones on. I love to dance with headphones at home, because I do live in a shared space. And but there are so many ways. There's so many ways that we can get creative in these challenging times. I know another thing for me is I've started getting up earlier because I wanted more time to myself. And I've been finding it really rejuvenating and actually like gets me started in a really good mood for my day. And I never would have made that change had I not been in the midst of limitations in my living space and in my lifestyle that I didn't consciously choose. So something, things that could feel like an inconvenience. And Saturn, the planet of lessons, learning, Saturn is like the great teacher, and teaching through limitations, teaching through structure. Saturn is what brings our ideas into form, and Saturn is newly in Aquarius, which is the sign of where we're evolving in the collective. And so really, like, this is a time where we are hopefully moving into a new era. It's very clear that the current paradigm, our current political, socio-political, economic structures are imploding. The South Node is currently at 0 degrees of Capricorn. So this is the very end of the South Node transit of Capricorn. South Node will be moving out of Capricorn into Sagittarius on May 5th. So the next couple weeks are like, this is the last hurrah. The way that things have been going, it just cannot continue. It's literally not sustainable, and it's collapsing because it was never designed in a way that could be sustainable. And it was never designed in a way to sustain life at all. It's actually a system or systems, white supremacy culture, patriarchy, capitalism, to name like the big three, and all of the culture that these systems have enforced and produced and iterated, is a system that is always designed to benefit only a small number of people. So now that Saturn has moved into Aquarius, we have the invitation, opportunity, assignment to find a new way. And this is already happening, right now in this crisis. Everyone is having to find different ways of getting what they need. Maybe having to ask for things that we normally would try to avoid because here in the US at least, we have a cultural value of self-sufficiency and being independent and not needing anything, because somehow that's a sign that we're less capable or less worthy. We all have needs. That's a basic tenet of being a living being in Earth. Like person who's alive on Earth has needs. Our bodies literally have needs. I need food. I need water. I need movement of my body. And then we have needs, of course, on other levels. I have emotional needs for connection and love. We're not able to live completely isolated. And so if you are feeling isolated right now, I see you. I know that life. I have gone through times in my life where I felt very alone, just feeling like, am I even real? Like if I don't have a witness to my experience, do I even exist? And like, one thing I didn't realize at the time is that like, I'm my own witness. And so I just want to say that like, if you're feeling alone, that's absolutely real experience, and that's really hard, and that takes a toll and an impact. And also on another level, like we're never actually alone, because I'm always with me unless I leave myself behind. And also that there is always unseen beings who are around us all the time, who are with us, like whether that's your plants in your home or like outside your window, or your ancestors, your spirit guides, and all of the living and sentient beings that we share this space with here in Earth. And so more and more, we're just seeing like we're not separate. We're all part of this interconnected ecosystem. Jupiter and Pluto have been in a conjunction in the late degrees of Capricorn. That is separating currently, slowly. They're about 2 degrees apart right now, and in a wide square to Mercury and Aries. So again, like all the covert operations and the oppressive structures and practices and elements of the system, they're being magnified so that we can see them. And in a square to Mercury, it's impacting commerce, and it's being spoken of, it's being seen and understood and thought about more and more, like more widely. And then it brings me to Venus. So Venus is the ruling planet of Taurus, and Venus is currently in the middle of Gemini in a conjunction with Vesta, the priestess archetype, the holder of space, the keeper of the sacred flame. Of course, I believe that we all have our own spark of the divine within us, our sacred flame, our passion, this part of us that holds the torch for where we are evolving. Again, I've been thinking back to, for whatever reason, the time of my divorce in 2014. It was just such a pivotal time for me, and it felt, again, really lonely and uncertain and almost barren. It was that new moon energy of something was just beginning, and it was not yet apparent what was going to blossom. But I was starting to follow my soul's guidance with great trepidation, but also with great courage. And I followed that, and I remember feeling that I want to tell other people that they can do this, that they can choose where they want to head in their life. In every moment, you have a choice of where to focus. You're always standing on holy ground. Our whole earth is holy. Your body is holy because you are of the divine and you are also human. They're not separate. They're just, we could say, two levels of awareness or consciousness or energetic frequencies, however you like to think of it. But to the extent that you tune your attention, your frequency to the frequency of your soul, you are one and the same. And so that's something that's available to us now, is tuning into the messages, tuning into, and also not just the messages of what we're meant to know, but what are we meant to speak? What are we meant to share? Venus is in a trine to Mars in Aquarius. Again, like, what do you want to speak for? Like, what causes do you care about? What progress do you want to see? What do you believe in? What do you know is true? Even if people around you don't agree, what do you care about that you're willing to speak up for? Now is the time. Also, the Venus-Vesta conjunction is in a T-square. So this is like a big tension pattern like this. The tension is all right here, the meeting of these two planes, these two energetic beams, so to speak. On one side is Orcus, the planet, the asteroid, that has to do with oaths and promises, enduring promises, servitude, we could say, vows. And on the other, opposite Orcus, is Nessus, called the abuser's asteroid. These are facing off in a square to Venus and Vesta. So we are perhaps breaking abusive bonds that have held us in place, that have kept us silent. It's time to release the bonds. And the thing is that so often these are purely in our mind. And I don't say that to make light of it. Our minds are very powerful. And so much of the harmful culture that we live in, we've internalized, and we have literally programmed our minds to conform, because that's how we know how to survive and stay safe and operate within these systems. And so the system is breaking down, and so the programming needs to be upgraded. And that's the good news, because you can make that upgrade happen in every moment, through every little choice. It doesn't have to be big leaps of faith. It can just be moments of small courage, moments of doing things a little differently, taking chances to follow your intuition, to follow your heart, your guidance, what it is that you know is true, and what do you know that is meant for you. You may feel confused about what that is, but I believe that somewhere within you, there is an answer. So that's what I have for you today. Please don't give up. If things are hard right now, keep going, keep breathing. Reach out for support if you need it. There's no virtue in going it alone. I also want to say that I'm here if you would like my help navigating and aligning with where you are growing in your journey. I am available. I am taking on some new one-on-one private mentoring clients. If you want my personal, in-depth support and to be held in the sacred space that I create. And I'm also going to be opening up a brand new offering. This is going to be a growth group for soulful women who want to build more connection to themselves, to their souls, their intuition, magic and power, and also to fellow humans who are on the journey with them. We're going to be getting clear and really activating ourselves at the next level, and also hopefully building bonds and connections that will continue to carry us forward in ways that we can't even anticipate fully. I know it's just going to be a magical space. So if you're interested in that, please stay tuned. I will be sharing more about that very, very, very soon. And we're going to be starting in the middle of May, around the time when all of these planets are going to be going retrograde. What better time to really anchor into the support of a circle to hold you and amplify you in your magic and support you in everything that you're moving through on your journey. So I would love to have you in the group. Stay tuned for more info on that. I want to wish you lots and lots of love. I hope you have what you need. I hope you're well and healthy and safe and connected with those you love. Take care and many blessings to you on your journey.